we are starting chapter 6 in your book, and there are 5, actually there's going to be more than 5, but there are 5 definitions that I definitely want you all to know. And the first one is called the perpendicular bisector. Then there's an angle bisector, a median, an altitude, and a mid-segment. And I'm going to go over all of these real quick with you. All right, so the first one is the perpendicular bisector. So if I have a triangle like this, the perpendicular bisector means that there is a line that is going to go straight down through this, I don't mean that it's horizontal. It's going to be a line that's going to divide this segment into 2 exact pieces. So let's see if I can say right there. And at the same time, it's going to form a right angle at that point. So this will be called the perpendicular bisector. And it's perpendicular bisector for 2 reasons. Number 1, it makes a right angle. And number 2, it divides the segment into 2 equal sections. Okay, 2 equal parts. All right. Now, that is a little different than a median, and I want to do the median for you right now. So the median looks like this. The median goes through the vertex of one of the angles. So let's say we're going this way, but it cuts this line right here. It cuts this line in half. So let's say half is maybe right there. All right, so this is the median. It cuts it right in half. But so I'm going to put a dot, a tick mark on both of those. But it did not make a right angle. So that's the difference between this and the perpendicular bisector. This is called the median. It just median, middle, if that helps you. But it just cuts it in half. And it starts at the vertex of one of the angles. So I could have let's just say I could have a median on this side as well. I could have it going this way and cutting it in half, cutting this line in half. So where's half? Maybe about there. So, right? But it doesn't make a right angle. It just makes the 2 things equal sections. All right, so that's called the median and the perpendicular bisector. The next one, let's do. Please take these notes. Please write this down. Okay, let's do an angle bisector. So we have a triangle like this. And an angle bisector just means that whatever this angle is, it's going to cut it right in half. And then it will continue right over. So the only thing this does is it cuts this angle in half so that this and this are the same. But these 2 lines are not necessarily the same. You see that? They're different. It doesn't make a right angle or it does not make a right angle or anything. It just cuts the angle. That's called an angle bisector. It's pretty descriptive of what it is. And what have we forgotten? Okay, the altitude. So let's do the altitude one. So here's my triangle. And the altitude just means that it cuts the, it's the actual height of the triangle. And it does make a right angle. So it's the highest part of the triangle. It just goes up all the way, the height. Angle bisect, or the altitude is the height of the triangle. Okay? And the last one is mid-segment. So if I have a triangle like that, and I find the middle of this line, and the middle of this line, shall we say? I hope that's right. Then this and this are the same, and this are the same, and that's called the mid-segment. So there are the five things that you have to know. And maybe the best way of you showing that in a definition is to draw a picture. But in any case, you have to know those 5 things. And so think about that for a quiz. Okay.